And I said I'm going to do kind of like a masterclass where I'm actually going to write a plan from scratch. So, I've had an idea, and instead of just writing it down or forget about it, I thought, well, let's do a bit of work on this and actually try and bottom it out. Now, it's important to get things down on paper and explore it because it helps your brain start to function in the right way, where something become more real. And once you visualize something, the more chances are you can make it happen. And your brain is naturally goal seeking. So what it's going to do is it's going to start finding ways of how you can achieve what you want to do. So I've opened up a Google Doc here, and I'm just literally going to start typing and go through the key points. So we'll do my plan as a starting point, and then what we can do is, okay, I'm a bit OCD. I like to get these things looking how I want them. So first thing we want to do is, what do I want? So I'm going to pick the example of weight loss because that is something I do. I want to be a bit more healthier and lose some weight. So I could put I want to lose weight. Okay, well it's an opening statement, but it's not very specific. So what would I like to do? So how much weight would I like to lose? So I would like to say lose 3 stone in weight. And when would I like to do that? Say let's put in 6 months. So is that something I actually want? Is I want to lose 3 stone, get my spelling right, 3 stone in weight in 6 months? Yes. If I could go fast forward 90 days and I was 3 stone lighter, I'd be extremely happy. Okay, right, so where am I right now? So I'm going to get my OCD in check here as well. So where am I right now? Well, I'm currently 3 stone heavier than I want to be. And then let's have a little bit of thinking. Well, where am I right? How much exercise do I do? Bare minimum on exercise. What else is important? Diet. So diet can be okay, but tend to snack a lot on sweet stuff. Not too bad on takeaway junk food. Let's cook fresh. So that's kind of where I am right now. So you would keep going here and just write everything down of right. What is my current situation? If I'm thinking about I want to lose 3 stone, where am I right now? And this could be quite a long section, but to get somewhere, you've got to know where you're starting. So we want to go from A to B. So you would go through and you would keep writing there. So what's up next? So we want to look at what's the target. So we want to say 3 stone. Weight loss in 6 months. So we could break that down. Thinking it's a bit daunting. 3 stone weight loss in 6 months. Yeah, I want it, but that seems a lot to do. So let's break it down then. So what that actually is as the steps is 0.5 stone per month for next 6 months. So while I've got that overall, I can see I've got a target, and then I've kind of broken it down. I've chunked it to make it a little bit more manageable. I could keep looking at the overall plan of how I'm going to get there, but right now is like, what can I do? If I started eating really well and started exercising, what I do in month 1 is going to be very different from what I do in month 2, 3, 4, 5. So my goal 1 is to lose 0.5 stone in the next 4 weeks. Okay, so is that something I feel is achievable? Yes, it is. And is there a time scale to it? Yes. So I'm happy with that as a goal. So I'm going to put that on there as my goal 1. Now this is going to be a live plan that you keep coming back to. as you go through, because eventually, at the end of it, we're going to then put goal 2. Now, I might have a really good month 1 where I lose a stone, but it doesn't mean I'm going to lose a stone next month. Maybe it will. Maybe I found the right way. But I'm not going to go for that at the moment. What I want to do is I'm just focusing on, would I be happy if I lost a stone in the next 4 weeks? And, am I going to learn stuff through that? Yes, absolutely. So I'm happy with that as where I am. And, we'll review that at some point. So when is my check-in? So how am I going to see how I'm doing? Well, I could weigh in daily, weekly. So I think I'm going to put weekly weigh-ins to achieve the month goal. Now, some people might want to do that on a daily basis. It's ultimately, there's no wrong or right answer. It's your goal. It's you do what's right for you. If weighing yourself each day made it work for you, then do it that way. For me, it was probably too much knowing what I'm like. I think for me, working on a weekly weigh-in is probably better for me. So the next thing for me is okay. So we've got an idea of, I think that's achievable. I'm happy with that. So the next thing is, what pain will this take away in my life? So first one is worrying about health. Obviously, at a time where health's massively in the news. I'm overweight, so yeah, and I could amp that up, make it more painful. Or I put younger. I'm 41, so there. You know, leaving behind a son and wife with no husband no father or husband. That'd be pretty concerning. Um, what pain? I have aches and pains. I get out of breath easily. Missing creating memories playing with my son. I might have a bit more get up and go. Wife would probably appreciate it. Feel more comfortable in my clothes. You can see there's all these, pains that I've got in my life. Do I want to move away from all of them? Yeah, absolutely. I'm quite motivated that I don't want any of them. So again, I could spend a long time doing this, but I won't for the sake of this plan. So next up, we're going to go through and do, you know, what pleasure will this give me in my life? So, and I think confidence, I'm a pretty confident person, but confidence will grow, if you look good, feel good, um, more energy for life, and include, I'm going to put including work. I work in sales, which can be pretty stressful. So, more resilient attitude. If I've got the energy, I'm willing to go that step further than other people, and that's going to only be a positive. Um, live long and prosper, so to say. Um, there's all these things. So you can see here is, I've looked at what's the pain of what I want to move away from, and you want to make that as scary and disturbing as possible. But what give me, you want to make this as rewarding and as pleasurable as possible. Um, you know, the list's endless. I'm not going to sit here and keep doing it for now. So we kind of got a plan, and then what we've got here, we've got some motivation for doing that. So let's just format that so we can see that there. Then next step then would be, what could I do? So this is where you need to get creative. Now, what most people do is they come up with something they could do, and then they'll sit there and toss it around, procrastinate with it, explore whether it's a good or bad option. Don't do it this way. What you want to do here is come up with as many different things you could do and be creative, but don't shut your creativity down. You want to open your brain up and come up with all different ideas. But what could I do? So I could join a slimming club. I could do more exercise, eat better, find the right diet for me. So you see, it's just sort the formatting out again. There we go. What else could I do? Do it for a friend. I could do it for charity. You know, if that's motivating, that might be something I could do. I could run a marathon. Let's put that next to charity. I mean, the thought of me doing a marathon is way beyond what I could do. Start running. Could ride bike to work each day. So you can see I'm being creative. I'm coming up with all lots of different things that I could do, and that'll give me ideas. Now, as you're doing that, you can walk away and have a break at some point, but then come back and then go, right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to do immediately, because you could look at this long term, but that's what leads to procrastination, that you'll be sitting here for a long time trying to work out what we're going to do. What I want to do is, what am I actually going to start doing for week one straight away? So what I'm going to do immediately for week one. So what could I do? Now, I would have gone through this and done some research to find the right diet. I've done lots of things in my life. I know what works, doesn't work. What does work for me is calorie-based diet. I like food. I want to eat what I want, but control portions. Okay. I do drink a lot of Pepsi Max, so drink more water. I could probably work out how much water I should drink, but let's just put two. Well, let's put one. No, I think it's about 2 litres a day of water per day. Exercise. So me starting exercise is really not gonna get me excited. I've never, I used to play a lot of football when I was younger before I had a knee injury. Since then, I've never really loved exercise so much. So what I may say is go for a 30-minute walk each day, and then what else? Okay, what I'm going to do, what should we put? 25 sit-ups each morning, before work. So let's go back through what we're going to do. Calorie-based diet, so how many calories? So I think it's about 2,400 for a man. So if I eat 2,000 calories per day, I'm going to be in a calorie deficit, and I'm not going to lose weight too fast and mess myself up longer term. Put it all back on. It's a nice, controlled, sustainable. Drink 2 litres of water a day. That's just to say, for the sake of this, 1 cup per hour of water. So I could set an alarm, for example, to remind me to drink my water each hour. So that's possible. Go from when am I going to do that? Probably best for me is after dinner, and my son might come. Son, wife can join me. So we do it as a family. What else is important? I think maybe a morning ritual. Wash, dress, and groom to impress. So start dressing the way that I want to feel as well. Start looking how I see myself when I've lost the weight. Don't wait till the end. Start doing that now. So you can see what I'm doing is I've taken something that was quite a big goal and I've slimmed it down to something I haven't got all the answers. But if I did that in week one, so on my first review, is that a plan that's going to work for me? Yes, absolutely. So you make that as really specific as possible for what you're going to do. So the next thing, it's all great, you're going to do that, but the next things you need to then look at is like, what support do I need? Right, I think in my case, wife needs to understand and help me with the food, because ultimately, if she does a lot of the shopping, and we need to have a controlled menu that works for both of us. If we like slightly different foods and things like that, we've got to have something where she's, I can't force her onto a diet if she doesn't want to. She's got to want to do this as well. So we need to obviously work together on that. I think what could also be good is, maybe tell my boss and explain to him. The reason being is, if I need to do stuff at work where I'm out and we're in social settings and I don't want to drink or want to eat certain foods, at least he understands that before and it's not causing a issue. And also, you spend a lot of time at work, it'd be good that if he's on board and he knows what's going on as well. So, friends and family, so on and so on, friends and family. Friends, okay, let's do friends. Do I get a weight loss buddy? And family, it's just let them know. It's not to send you chocolate and stuff for presents or booze or anything like that if that's not what you want to do. Okay, so you go through all that, and then it says, so how will I hold myself accountable? So what could I do here? Well, there's one is the weekly weigh in and visual chart. I say share with wife and my son. So what could I do? This is just maybe here is I could promise my son I will lose the weight. That's a pretty strong action. If you tell your son you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So, I could do a weekly weigh and share the visual chart with my son for progress, so they can see if it's working and support me with that. So I think that's good for accountability. And then the last part, I think, what should we do? Is it, what reward will I give myself? Right. If I lose 3 stone, I'm getting a custom made suit. I've always been a bit of an awkward shape, and clothes doesn't naturally fit me off the peg. So that's something I'd actually find very motivating to get that. So I'd say let's do that at the end, because to say cost of whatever that costs, like 600 quid or whatever that probably cost. I'm happy that if I lost 3 stone, I'm willing to spend £600 on myself as a reward. I think that's fair enough. So what about a mini goal? Goal for each half stone. What reward? Let's be honest, I like food. So week 1, I'll tell you what, if I lost the first half a stone, I wouldn't mind a chippy tea, as we call it, i.e. fish and chips. So, I can have a fish and chip supper if I hit that. Other things I could do, so it's just is a big believer in gratitude these days. I just wrote gratitude. My dyslexia kicking in. Gratitude at end of each day. 3 things great about today, and that's building my positive mindset of, I mentioned in one of the previous videos about making sure that you do that. So you see here, I'm not sure how long I've been going for, about 10-15 minutes or so, but what I've done is, just by writing this down, I've taken using 3 stone in the next 6 months to down to, what if I actually do this for the next week. It's basically the longest thing. I've made a decision, decision made, take action. And I'll then spell decision correctly. There we go. And there you can see, I can come back and review this in a week's time. I know exactly what I'm going to do for the next week, and it's put things in the right way. Now, like I say, I've done this in 10-15 minutes. Normally I'd probably spend an hour really going in depth in each one. But I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to get to this point of taking action from the moment of having an idea or deciding you want something. And my brain now is just sitting here thinking, right, it's about how am I actually going to do these each day. So I could actually have a day plan and really map everything out. It all depends how much detail and what type of person you are. I'm a little bit of I like to know what I'm going to do each day, then I do it. I'm not one for blocking out every minute or half an hour of my day, but you could take it to that nth degree and really do that as well. So you can see there we've got the plan, just to review. So what do I want? Started the big goal. Where am I right now? So I've got my going from A to B, made it a clear target. I've chunked that down in something realistic that I'm going to review. And then how am I going to check and do that so it's measurable? Motivation, what's the pain that's going to take away my life, and what's the pleasure it's going to give me? I've then done a really good brain dump on all the things I could do. I'm then going to work out exactly what I am going to do to get this started is the first action block. Gone through what support I need, checked in of how I'm going to hold myself accountable, looked at what reward again for some extra motivation. I've made the decision, I'm now going to do it, and let's see how we go from there. But yeah, I hope you found this little masterclass useful in how you can do it. And it's a simple, there's no set structure. It's about ultimately what's right for you. It's your life. It's do what's right for you. But this is a useful way of just literally doing a brain dump to actually get yourself to the point of taking action. And what we do know is where you take action, that's when the magic happens. All right, thank you. Please do like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, share your plan with me if you want to as well. Be interested to hear from you. And yeah, hope you really enjoyed this. I'll speak to you soon.